Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Evan. In today's video, I'm going to break down the 3 trades that I took today. Overall break even on the day. I'm going to explain why I took these trades, what was going through my head, and yeah, we're just going to break all that down for you guys. So as you can see on my screen, I have QQQ pulled up. You can see I have the 1 minute pulled up. And beginning the day, we were in a fairly tight range. You could see I marked them out, the highs and lows of this range. And I was looking for a break of one side of this range in order to take a trade. So we zoom in real quick. If you guys don't know already, the red arrows are my entries, the purple arrows are my exits. So the red arrow right here was my first entry. I decided to enter puts once we started to break below this zone right here, right? With a stop loss above this zone if we basically came back up. As you guys can see, we ended up coming down and essentially playing out an ICT concept that I explained in a previous video of sweeping the lows. So we had this low, which was the lowest of all of them, right? And then we had a touch, a touch, a touch, a touch. And we ended up sweeping out all those lows, right? Me, not exactly being aware of that, I see this as an opportunity to take puts, right? As we break below this zone. Once we break below that zone, all we do is go down, wick out, and then end up moving higher. So it was simply a manipulation move to the downside to get the market to move higher, obviously, as you can see here. So the lowest low of all of them was right here about 430.6. And we basically just pushed down below that, wicked out, and then we ended up pushing back to the upside. So I ended up taking a 17% loss on this. The contract that I was in was a little bit smaller contract, so it wasn't a big loss. But we basically broke above this zone, and I stopped out right there. Shortly after that, I'm thinking to myself, why don't I try calls? So I get in calls at the top of this candle. Once again, absolutely worst spot to get in calls. I failed to recognize that this was just basically a previous resistance area right here. I did think that it was going to go up and sweep these highs because we just took out the lows. So my idea here was that we go up, sweep these highs, and I get in here and I get out around up here into this zone. But we ended up just pulling right on back. I sold this one all the way down here. Unfortunately, I held this one for a little bit longer than I wanted to. Once again, the contract was a small contract, wasn't very expensive. I lost 22% on that one. But this is where it really comes into play. And basically good entries, how good entries can make basically all of your money back and have you like with sound risk management, if that makes sense. So I exited here, and in the same minute, almost the same minute, I entered a call right here. And the reason I entered the call right there was because for the same reason that I thought up here shortly after I entered this trade. So shortly after I entered this trade, we started to pull on back. I thought to myself, why did I just enter there? This is a resistance zone. So right here, I ended up exiting, right? And then right here, I ended up entering calls, thinking to myself, this is the support that we just came down to, right? We're touching this zone. If we break below this zone, aka below this wick right here, I will stop out. We ended up finding support and pushing all the way back up. And I think this was a 36%. I can't remember the percentage. Overall, I'm break even on the day. And I made that back with all the size was the same over every single position that I took. But this trade right here was able to make me back everything that I lost between these two losses right here, despite these being somewhat larger losses than I would like, right? So perfect entry down here at the bottom, and I ended up just riding it up to the top. And one thing I was thinking to myself was, if I can hold on to my call while it's going down and think to myself, I hope this bounces, then why can I not hold on to my call while it's going up, thinking to myself, this is going to hit the highs? And that's exactly what we did. We went up, we hit the highs, basically got out right up here. And as you can see, we ended up going up higher, but we had a slight pullback before going up higher. So overall, break even on the day, a little bit of a learning lesson. Yesterday was similar, but I ended up in profit. because my green trades have been a lot more green recently, which is fantastic. So making some progress. Hopefully you guys learn from this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video and apply it to your own trading. Don't buy at the highs for calls and don't buy at the lows for puts. Long story short. So hopefully this teaches you guys something. Overall small losses, but a good learning lesson nonetheless. So please hit a like down below. Subscribe to this video for more videos like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video.